Myanmar, a land where golden pagodas shimmer beneath the sun, where ancient cities whisper stories of kings and monks, and where tranquil lakes reflect the sky's ever-changing moods. This is a country shaped by centuries of devotion, artistry, and resilience, where every landscape tells a tale and every sunrise brings new hope. The Shwedagon Pagoda in Yangon, its golden stupa catching the first light of dawn, stands as the spiritual heart of Myanmar. For centuries, pilgrims have climbed its steps, their prayers rising with the morning mist. The pagoda's gilded surface, layered with gold leaf by countless hands, glows with a radiance that seems almost otherworldly, a beacon of faith and unity for millions. In Bagan, the landscape is transformed at sunrise. Thousands of ancient temples and stupas rise from the mist, their silhouettes stretching across the vast plains. This panorama of devotion and artistry is a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual fervor of generations past. Each temple tells its own story, etched in stone and brick, waiting to be discovered by those who wander these sacred grounds. To float above Bagan in a hot air balloon as the sun climbs higher is to witness history awakening beneath you. The temples, bathed in golden light, seem to breathe with the dawn, and the landscape unfolds like a living tapestry, a moment of pure wonder suspended between earth and sky. On Inle Lake, the Intha leg rowers glide gracefully across the water, their unique technique a dance passed down through generations. Their floating villages, built on stilts above the shimmering surface, are a testament to a life lived in harmony with nature. Here, daily rhythms are shaped by the lake's gentle tides, and the people's ingenuity is woven into every aspect of their existence. This is the Myanmar of dreams, where sacred mountains rise above emerald forests and pristine beaches glow in the light of the setting sun. From the cool highlands to the warm sandy shores, the country's natural beauty is as diverse as its people, offering moments of peace and inspiration to all who visit. In the bustling markets and vibrant streets, a tapestry of sights, sounds, and scents unfolds. The aroma of spices, the laughter of children, and the vivid colors of fresh produce create a sensory feast that lingers in memory long after you leave. Here, tradition and modern life blend seamlessly, revealing the heart and soul of Myanmar's people. Yet, amidst this beauty, a different story is unfolding. The golden landscapes and peaceful temples now serve as the backdrop to a nation's struggle for freedom and justice, a poignant reminder of what is at stake, and of the courage and hope that endure even in the darkest times. Through it all, the golden spires endure, standing tall against the changing sky. They are silent witnesses to Myanmar's unfolding story, symbols of resilience, hope, and the unbreakable spirit of its people. Myanmar's true treasure is its people. Their warmth and quiet dignity shine through hardship, welcoming strangers as guests, not outsiders. In tea houses and markets, kindness is a way of life, and community bonds run deep. Decades of adversity have forged a resilience that is both gentle and unbreakable. Even as they face new suffering, their spirit remains, sharing, supporting, and holding fast to their culture. Before the turmoil, visitors were drawn not just by the sights, but by the sincerity of human connection. Today, that same spirit endures, even as freedoms are stripped away. It is this resilience and grace that make the current crisis so heartbreaking. On February 1, 2021, Myanmar's fragile democracy was shattered in a single morning that would change the nation's course for years to come. The world awoke to the news that the military, known as the Tatmadaw, had seized control, abruptly ending a decade of hope and cautious progress toward democracy. Armored vehicles rolled through city streets, soldiers took up positions at key locations, and checkpoints appeared overnight. The military declared a state of emergency, detaining elected leaders, including Aung San Suu Kyi, and cutting off communication lines. Hopes for a new era vanished overnight. The halls of government stood empty, parliament gates locked, and the people watched in disbelief as their elected government was overthrown. Fear and uncertainty swept across the country, echoing memories of past military rule. But the people responded with extraordinary courage. Within days, millions took to the streets in defiance, their voices rising in protest. The sound of banging pots and pans echoed from balconies and windows, a symbol of resistance and unity as citizens demanded the restoration of their freedom. The Spring Revolution was born, led by a new generation unwilling to surrender their future. Students, workers, and ordinary citizens stood shoulder to shoulder, united by a vision of a democratic Myanmar. Their determination inspired hope, even in the darkest moments. The junta's response was swift and brutal. Peaceful protests were met with violence, rubber bullets, tear gas, and live ammunition. Thousands were arrested, activists disappeared, and civil society was crushed under the weight of repression. The economy collapsed almost overnight. Businesses shuttered, jobs vanished, and poverty soared. For many, daily life became a struggle for survival, with families forced to make do with less as prices rose and opportunities disappeared. Speaking out became dangerous. Fear gripped communities, and hope was replaced by uncertainty. People whispered in markets, wary of informants, and the once bustling streets grew eerily quiet as night fell. The Golden Land, once known for its beauty and resilience, became a landscape of fear and silence. The storm clouds of oppression gathered, casting a shadow over the nation's spirit. Yet beneath the repression, the desire for freedom refused to die. In the darkness, small acts of defiance continued. Candlelight vigils, whispered prayers, and the unwavering hope that one day democracy would return to Myanmar. Once, Myanmar's youth brimmed with hope and ambition, dreaming of a future where their voices could shape the nation. Today, that hope has been replaced by a heavy sense of loss and uncertainty. The promise of a better tomorrow has been stolen from an entire generation, leaving them to navigate a world that feels increasingly hostile and unpredictable. The military coup shattered their dreams overnight, replacing them with fear and anxiety. In 2024, the introduction of mandatory conscription forced young people into impossible choices: to fight for a regime they do not support, or to risk everything by fleeing their homes and families. The streets that once echoed with laughter now carry the weight of uncertainty and dread. Thousands of young people have gone into hiding, living in constant fear of arrest or forced recruitment. Many have risked perilous journeys across borders, braving dangerous terrain and uncertain futures in search of safety and freedom. For many, the only options are to disappear or to run, leaving behind everything they have ever known. Families desperate to protect their children have sold everything they own: homes, jewelry, even cherished heirlooms, plunging themselves into debt and despair. Parents comfort their children as best they can, but the pain of separation and the fear of the unknown weigh heavily on every household. Many young people have joined resistance groups, trading the safety of classrooms and the promise of education for the uncertainty of jungle camps. Their days are now filled with survival training and the constant threat of violence, rather than lessons and laughter. This is a generation that once longed for peace and opportunity, now scattered, some in exile, some in hiding, and others forced into the front lines of a conflict they never asked for. Their dreams have been put on hold, replaced by the daily struggle to survive. Their youth, once filled with promise, has been sacrificed to a struggle not of their making. Many spend their days alone, haunted by memories of happier times and the faces of loved ones left behind. They are a lost generation, forced to grow up too soon, fighting for a future that remains heartbreakingly uncertain. Their lives are marked by protest, displacement, and the constant search for hope amid ruins. Yet even in the darkest moments, their courage and resilience endure. Against all odds, Myanmar's youth continue to hope, to resist, and to dream of a day when they can reclaim their future. Amid oppression, the three-finger salute became Myanmar's symbol of hope and resistance. Borrowed from fiction, it now stands for liberty, equality, and fraternity. Protesters raise it in the streets, on social media, and even in courtrooms, risking arrest for a simple gesture. It unites students, monks, workers, and farmers in silent defiance. The risks are immense, but the courage is greater. This salute is more than a symbol, it's a declaration. We are still here. We have not given up. It blends modern protest with ancient resilience, showing the world that Myanmar's spirit endures. One raised hand at a time, hope lives on. True resistance in Myanmar is found in daily acts of quiet courage. Teachers run secret schools, doctors operate underground clinics, risking everything to help others. The junta's laws criminalize information, but people find ways to share the truth and support each other. Economic collapse has devastated families, yet communities pool resources to help those in need. Solidarity is a form of resistance, a refusal to let fear destroy humanity. People celebrate festivals, worship, and find joy where they can, preserving dignity and culture. These small acts are the backbone of the resistance. Even in darkness, the light of decency endures. Myanmar's spirit cannot be extinguished. The world has not turned away from Myanmar's struggle. International condemnation, sanctions, and legal actions have sent a message: the junta's crimes will not go unnoticed. Sanctions target the military's resources, while courts pursue justice for atrocities. These efforts offer hope. But for those on the ground, change feels slow and support often inadequate. Still, global attention is a lifeline, a reminder that Myanmar is not forgotten. The world's solidarity gives strength to those fighting for freedom. Their struggle resonates far beyond their borders. Myanmar's perseverance is forged by history, colonialism, dictatorship, disaster. Even now, after years of crackdowns, protests continue, defying mortal danger. The fight is for a federal democracy, for dignity and peace among all ethnic groups. Hope is an act of defiance, in art, music, whispered prayers, and shared stories. The struggle is a marathon, fueled by deep cultural and spiritual resilience. Sorrow is balanced by determination. The golden spires are symbols of enduring faith. The people's perseverance is a beacon, struck down but always rising. Their belief in freedom endures, no matter the cost. Myanmar's struggle is not distant. It is a frontline in the global fight for democracy and human rights. To care about Myanmar is to reaffirm our own values and reject injustice. The courage of its people should inspire not just admiration, but action. The outcome will shape the region and the world, a failed state or a beacon of hope. Democracy's victory in Myanmar would inspire oppressed people everywhere. We must not look away. Our solidarity matters. The people of Myanmar ask only that we remember them and support their cause. Their hope for freedom is a hope we all share, a struggle for the soul of humanity.